An AI tool now claims it can predict whether a short video can go viral before you even post it. Honestly, that sounds both exciting and kind of suspicious. Because virality is one of those things that is extremely hard to explain. Sometimes a video can be either extremely viral or completely flop. A weird meme, a random TikTok, a super niche internet joke, if it hits the right audience at the right time, it can explode. So the real question is, can an AI tool actually understand that? Can it understand timing, meme context, internet culture, audience mood, or the randomness of short-form content? And this gets even more interesting because the tool we're talking about is not just trying to predict virality, it can also connect with Claude and help create product videos, UGC-style ads, and marketing creatives inside the same workflow. So today, we're going to go through this whole story. What Higgsfield is, what its Virality Predictor claims to do, why people are comparing it to Try V2, how it connects with Claude, and where I think this is actually useful and where it might still be hype. The context. Before we get into the tool, we need to talk about why predicting viral videos is so difficult in the first place. A viral video is not just about whether the content is good or bad. A lot of the time, it depends on timing, culture, platform distribution, audience mood, trend cycles, and sometimes pure randomness. A video can look stupid to one person but be hilarious to a specific internet community. That's why I'm skeptical of any tool that says it can predict virality perfectly. But I'm also interested in tools that can give creators or marketers a better signal before they post or spend money on ads. Higgsfield Overview. So the tool at the center of this story is Higgsfield. Higgsfield is basically an AI creative platform focused on image, video, avatar, and product ad workflows. The interesting part is that Higgsfield can connect with Claude, which means you can ask Claude to plan the creative, write the prompt, understand the product, and then call Higgsfield to actually generate the image or video. So Claude becomes more like the creative director, and Higgsfield becomes the production engine. The Virality Predictor. The feature that makes this story more interesting is Higgsfield's Virality Predictor. You upload a short video clip, and the tool gives you score-style feedback. It appears to analyze things like virality or engagement potential, hook strength, retention, peak hook timestamp, and heat map or attention-style nodes. So instead of just asking, is this video good, the tool tries to turn the video into a creative scorecard. It gives you signals around where attention might peak, where the hook is strongest, and whether the video looks like something worth posting or testing further. Tool explanation. From what Higgsfield shows publicly, it is trying to break the video down into attention signals. The main things to pay attention to are virality score, hook score, hold rate, peak hook timestamp, and heat map style feedback. The hook score is especially important for short-form video because the first 1 or 2 seconds can decide whether someone keeps watching or swipes away. Hold rate gives you a sense of whether the video can maintain attention. And the heat map or attention style notes help visualize which parts of the video might be pulling the viewer in. So the value is that it gives you a structured way to review a creative before you post it. Higgsfield versus Tribe V2. One reason this feature got people talking is because some of the language around it, brain response, attention, heat map style analysis, reminds people of Tribe V2 from Meta. So naturally, people started asking, is Higgsfield using Tribe V2 model? There are similarities in the concept, but that does not mean they are the same thing. What is Tribe V2? Tribe V2 is a research model from Meta that is designed to predict high-resolution fMRI brain activity from sight, sound, and language. In simple terms, it is about predicting how the human brain responds to media inputs like video, audio, and text. But it is important to understand the context. Tribe V2 is a neuroscience research model. It is not positioned as a creator tool, not an ad scoring product. Its purpose is closer to brain research and multimodal representation, not marketing performance prediction. So the similarity is mostly conceptual, but the difference is very important. Tribe V2 is a research model focused on predicting brain activity. Higgsfield Virality Predictor is a commercial creative tool made for creators, marketers, and advertisers. Tribe V2 outputs brain activity style predictions. Higgsfield outputs creator-friendly metrics like virality score, hook score, hold rate, peak hook timestamp, and heat map style feedback. Business value. Now let's talk about why this actually matters for creators and marketers. The bottleneck is changing. A few years ago, the hard part was making enough videos. Now with AI video tools, you can generate a lot of videos very quickly. So the new bottleneck is which video is worth posting, testing, or spending ad budget on. And this is where a tool like Virality Predictor becomes interesting. Even if it is not perfect, it could be useful as a creative filter. It helps you shortlist videos before you put them in front of a real audience. Claude and Higgsfield workflow. First, you connect Higgsfield inside Claude. Go to Customize, choose Connectors. Then, you add Custom Connector. Go to Higgsfield homepage, go to MCP tab, copy the link here, go back to Claude, paste the link, With this, you'll be able to connect your Higgsfield account with Claude. Then you import your product package or brand deck into Claude, so Claude understands the product, the customer, the visual direction, and the offer. After that, you prompt Claude to suggest ad formats before generating anything. Then, you choose the strongest format, ask Claude to call Higgsfield to generate the video, and finally use Virality Predictor to score that video. Prompt, framework. The prompt structure matters a lot here. You do not want to just say, make me a viral ad. That is too vague. A better prompt gives Claude the connector name, the product information, reference images, or product deck, the target customer, the platform, the creative constraints, and the output you want. For example, you can ask Claude to read the attached product package first, like how I do with the prompt here. Then, ask Claude suggest 3 ad formats: problem, solution, UGC review, and satisfying product demo. For each format, Claude can give you the hook, scene idea, creator, or avatar direction, why it fits the product, and the virality potential. The important part is asking Claude to suggest the creative direction before generating the video. You can use my prompt too to test it out. This saves you credit and gives you more control. After you have had everything ready, you can ask Claude to use Higgsfield to generate the video for you. Follow my prompt here if you want to. Brand package tip. One practical tip, especially if you only have limited Higgsfield credits, prepare a product or brand package before using the video generator. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini to create a simple product deck first. That deck can include product images, product brief, target customer, pain point offer, CTA, brand tone, and visual direction. So instead of spending Higgsfield credits generating product images from scratch, I can import the deck into Claude, let Claude read the context, and use Higgsfield credits mainly for the expensive part, generating the video. Product creative workflow. You can find online, there are a lot of demo like this. The creator connects Higgsfield to Claude, gives Claude product information, and then Claude calls Higgsfield to generate product visuals or ad creatives. Claude understands the product and gives direction, while Higgsfield generates the actual creative output. UGC/AD video. The more interesting demo is the UGC or product ad workflow. This is where Claude can act like a creative director. It can decide the ad angle, write the hook, choose a creator style, suggest the scene, and structure the video around a problem, solution, benefit, and CTA. Then Higgsfield turns that into a short-form video. This is why the workflow matters for marketers. You are building a repeatable creative process, product brief in, ad concept out, video generated, then evaluated. Virality Predictor. After the video is generated, this is where Virality Predictor comes in. You can use it directly on Higgsfield's website, or after generating a clip through Claude and Higgsfield, the workflow can suggest analyzing it. The tool then gives feedback like score, hook strength, hold rate, peak hook moment, and heat map style attention notes. For example, if the hook score is low, you know the first 2 seconds may need work. If the hold rate is weak, maybe the pacing is too slow. If the heat map shows attention dropping early, maybe the video needs a stronger visual moment. My take is that this feature is useful, but not in the way some people might expect. I would not use it as a final judge of whether a video will go viral though. If I have 5 versions of an ad and I only have budget to test 2, a tool like this could help me decide which ones are worth looking at more closely. It can save time and maybe even save some ad budget, if used carefully. Community reaction. The community reaction is pretty split. Some people see the tool as useful, especially as a relative signal between different video versions. But other people are skeptical, and I think that skepticism is fair. They question the accuracy. Some people ask how the model was validated, wondering whether it is actually connected to Tribe V2. This is why I would not treat Virality Predictor like an oracle. It cannot guarantee that a video will go viral. It may not understand cultural context, meme logic, niche audience behavior, or the emotional reason why a weird video works. Actual performance still depends on targeting, budget, landing page, offer, creative fatigue, and platform distribution. So the healthiest way to use it is as a creative filter. Final takeaway. So the real story here is not that AI can now perfectly predict virality. I do not think we are there yet. The real story is that AI creative tools are moving from generation to evaluation. And even if the model is still experimental, I think there are some things only humans truly understand. Internet culture, brain rot, or absurd meme, and the things that makes you say, this is stupid, but I love it. So yes, use AI as a filter, use it as a second opinion, but trust your instinct. Post that video if you think it's good, don't let an AI or anyone tell you otherwise. That's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe to AI Fire if you find this video useful. Thank you for watching, and see you again on AI Fire.